The rules that I just showed you work great for validating a single property. But to deal with malformed data on a larger scale, you're also going to need to validate object structure. With Firebase rules, you can first require that certain properties must exist in the object, as well as validate that those properties are the only properties that exist in the object. To require the existence of certain properties, you can use either the hasChild or hasChildren method. The hasChildren method is if you want to verify for multiple properties, and you can see it being used here. This rule requires that the name, email, timestamp joined, and has logged in with password are properties that are included within any object that is saved at this location. HasChildren is pretty simple to use. It takes an array of property key names as shown here, and it's placed directly in the object. Now hasChildren requires that these properties exist, but it doesn't say that those are the only properties that can exist within the object. If you want to do that, you can add the following code. You make a wildcard variable in the top level of the object and set its validation to false. So how does this work? To understand what's going on, you have to understand how wildcard variables work. When you write an object to the database, the properties of that object will be matched with all of these named variables first. So if an object that's saved at this location has a name property, it'll check the validation rules in here. If it has the email property, it'll check the validation rules in here. Now if that happens, as in if there is an extra property, it immediately validates to false. So two things. Note first that there's nothing special about the name other. It can really be $anything. Also, for this to work, you have to explicitly list out all of the correct properties. Using both hasChildren and a wildcard variable, you can be sure that your data is structured exactly how it's meant to be.